It all started as a silly game. One cold evening, 5 students Tunde, Bayo, Ada, Chika, and Simi gathered in an old classroom after school. The power was out, and the room was dimly lit by the fading sunset. Their school, Harmony High, was known for its scary stories, but the scariest of all was the legend of Madam Shade, a ghost who lived inside mirrors. People say if you call her name 3 times in front of a mirror at night, she will appear, Chika whispered. That's just a story, Ada scoffed. Then prove it, Tunde challenged. There was an old, dusty mirror in the corner of the room. They dragged it into the center, their reflections barely visible in the dim light. Bayo, the bravest, stepped forward. Madam Shade, Madam Shade, Madam Shade, he said, grinning. For a moment, nothing happened. The others laughed, relieved. Then, the room grew cold. The laughter stopped. The mirror began to fog up like someone was breathing on the other side. A faint outline appeared, but it wasn't Bayo's reflection. It was someone else. A woman. Her eyes were black holes, her mouth stretched too wide, and worst of all, she was smiling. Simi screamed and turned away. "Let's go," she shouted, but the door slammed shut. The lights flickered back, one except the room in the mirror stayed dark, and the woman was still there. She slowly lifted a bony finger and pointed at Bayo. His reflection didn't move. It just stared, unblinking. Then, without warning, Bayo's reflection grabbed him. He gasped, struggling, but the cold hands pulled him forward. The others grabbed his arms, trying to pull him back. But it was too late. Bayo was dragged inside the mirror. His reflection remained, standing there, looking at them. It smiled and whispered, "Now, it's my turn to live." Then, the lights went out completely. The next morning, Bayo was sitting at his desk as if nothing had happened, but his eyes were too dark, his smile was too wide. And when Simi looked into his mirror, she swore she saw Madam Shade smiling back at her. The real Bayo was gone,